Hi guys, welcome to this session on Microsoft Visio. In this module, I want to have a look at how you can create a PERT diagram inside a cross-functional flowchart diagram. So on the screen, you can see I've already got a completed one. So I've got my swim lanes, and then I've got the PERT diagram shapes sitting inside the various swim lines. So I want to recreate this from scratch. So I'm just going to do Control N for new. Now I've only got two swim lanes there, and I haven't got the PERT stencil, so first of all I need to get that. So it's under schedule and then PERT chart shapes, which brings that in. So in terms of lanes, let's say I want 5. So if I go 1, 2, 3 more, I'm just going to call this develop product, and then this is development. This is going to be design. This is going to be testing, and obviously you'll know what you need to put for this. This is going to be risk, and this is going to be marketing. So those are my swim lanes. Now I'll just come down a little bit so you can see this. In fact, I'll get rid of this shape data, you don't need that on this. So if you need this to go longer, you can obviously make the page longer, come up to a second page, which I might do, or you can insert a page and duplicate this page before you start doing anything, so then page 2 is the same as page 1, and I'll just leave it like that for now. So what do I want to do? I want to start using my PERT shape. So first one is going to be there. I'll just zoom that in a little bit so you can see it. Now the temptation is to double click in here and type away, but basically you just need to type straight away. You've got the options there of a scheduled start. What's the date? Today's date's the 23rd, and let's say it's just going to be 2 days, so 25th 02 2021, and then at a later date you can come in and fill the actual start and finish dates. And there is a different style of PERT box. I'll just show you that one. I'm not going to use that one where you can work out the slack and you've got early start, late start, and so on. Just leave that there. So I'm going to use PERT 2, and then I'm dragging that on, but I could, if I take that one off, I could hover over this and use this little tool, and then you've got PERT 1, PERT 2 coming out there. So I'll just do that one. So this next task is going to be go, no go status, and I won't bother filling the dates in on that one. So that's the first swim line. I want those two things to go on there. And then what you can do, if I go back to home, you can actually color these two, and if I hold my shift key down I can click on those two and give them a specific color so it stands out a bit more. Now what I want to do is come down to the next swim lane and do another one for design, and I'm just going to put it underneath there, call this one design. I'm not going to fill the dates in, but obviously you would need to fill the dates in. So I could have used this again, come down, but the problem with this is it puts it where it thinks. So if I just move this out of the way, let's see what happens. Okay, it's going to do straight below, so I could have used that one. And then you'll have the line connecting straight away. So now the way I've done it, I'm going to have to add a line connector in there, but it should snap into place, and it does. So design, and then coming out of this side, another PERT 2 box. The connector's already there. So we're going to design it, and then build, prototype, and then coming down onto the next swim lane, which is testing, we're going to come out there and do a 2. This is going to be called testing. And then coming out on the right side, I want another one, which is going to be called analysis. And you can see how this builds up very quickly. And again, I'm just going to change the colors on these two so they are not all blue. Pick a different color at the top there, go for green, and then click off that, and then come down, PERT 2 again. This one is risk, so this is going to be risk. And then the one out of the right, I picked the wrong one there, just undo, Control Z, PERT 2 I want, yep, this is going to be analysis as well. In fact, I'll call that risk analysis, so it's not the same as the other one. Now you notice we've come onto a second page here, so if I keep going like this, we are going on to a second page, but that's okay. I can just extend this, and then we're coming down, another one. And what I want to do on this one, I'll go back to the end so you can see what the swim is marketing. So now we're going to market the product, market product, and coming out, one last thing is going to be selling, and in fact I will have another thing after that, which is review project, not product, so review product, project. So you've got the best of both worlds here. You've got your swim lanes and you've got your PERT diagram shapes inside the swim lane. So just change the color on that one again. Pick that color. Okay, I missed out that one for some reason. So just to make it stand out a little more. Now, obviously, if you didn't want it to come onto this second page, what you'd have to do is use what's called an off-page reference. If I go back to this stencil, basic flow chart shapes, you've got this off-page reference which you could use. So before I got to this stage, I could have brought this on there, so I'll just sit it at the end there. So this is going to go to a new page, but I could get it to go onto page 2 because that's already there, page 2. I'll click OK to that, and then you have to position this in some place out of the way, and basically you can just click back and forward between these two. Just zoom that in a bit. Back and forward between these two by just double clicking on them, and then you've got the same swim lines as before, because we did that, if you remember, we just, before we started with any shapes, we selected duplicate page. And if you think you're going to go that way and you're going to have lots of different pages, you want to set this up first, or if you're going to print this off on maybe an A3 printer, you've got this option where it just goes, you just keep making the page longer as much as you need. Just pull it wider, go on to a second, third page, and then I think that's easier to look at, but you still have to stick the paper together if you've only got an A4 printer. So an A3 printer or a bigger printer or plotter, whatever, that will print this all on one page. If you've got that sort of system, that's the one to use. I'll just get rid of these, I don't want them. And if you don't want this second page, which I now don't need, I can just right click on that page 2 and delete the page. So basically that is all I want to look at in this little module. So that is basically a flowchart, cross-functional flowchart with the PERT shapes or PERT analysis shapes in the swim lines. So hopefully that's been of use to you, and I will see you on the next session. Thank you for your time.